midway through our cruise on the Costa Pacifica and loving everything that's come our way so far. Today we're in Valencia in Spain and Marseille in France. Ooh la la! Today is all about the Holy Grail.
I'm Indiana Jones.
No, you're not. Beer in Marseille, and what did you think of the shuttle bus, Rach?
That free shuttle was hideous.
If you don't know us, I'm Rachel, he's Wills, and we are Postcard and a Pint. Go on, say hello and tell us where you are.
Morning.
We're in Valencia.
Ooh.
We couldn't wait to get out exploring today, so after a quick breakfast at the buffet, looking healthier, we were ready for off. There are complimentary shuttle buses that take you to the port entrance. And that's just as well, because...
Well, that was a long, long way. This is a massive, massive port. It took about 10 minutes. It's almost got its own motorway system. But now we're going to go find a bus into town.
The public buses are really well signposted. Just follow the blue line. All the way out of the terminal and across the road. Wills?
It was about a 3-minute walk from the terminal. We're now at the bus stop. We think we've got to get line 4 and it will take about 30 to 35 minutes to get to the old town.
This was the first bus stop we saw.
The bus stop we want is actually over the road from that, which is the line 4 one, which we'll show you now.
Found it! Rach?
We haven't got a bus yet, but we think we've worked it out. We think it's a circular route, the number 4, where we get on. We think it's 27 stops, whether it'll stop at them all, but it's due to take 35 minutes. It sounds about right. We'll let you know how we get on.
It was all going so well.
Well, the first failure today goes to the Valencia bus service. We don't like you. Number 4 bus just pulled up, not actually by the bus stop, but a little bit just further over there. And as we sort of ran to it, they let people off. We ran towards the door, and then he just carried on without getting us on. So, I think we've got to wait quarter of an hour to the next one.
The next one was bus 95, but that claimed to be going downtown, so we jumped on and we made it.
We've just been dropped off. We're not quite sure where. And we put it into Google Maps, dropped a pin like we always do, and it reckons that the cathedral will take us 14 minutes to walk. We'll do it in 10.
Will you now? We'd been dropped at La Puerta del Mar, a big arch near the old town. As we followed maps, the streets did remind us a lot of Barcelona. We always love to see the fresh produce being sold in the Mediterranean. It always looks so much healthier than the UK's fruit and veg. We'll be back soon for a pop stop, but first there's a church to look in. This one was beautiful, but this is just a warm-up for the main event. Time for that cool beverage and a regroup, eh, Rach?
We're almost there, just a quick pop stop before we start our exploration.
And as we found her, she sang. It's a beautiful building set beside a gorgeous fountain. It's almost time to go inside.
We're about to go into Valencia Cathedral and Wills is super excited because quite possibly the Holy Grail is inside, and this makes Wills happy because...
I'm Indiana Jones.
No, you're not. But there has to be a story here. Just how did the Holy Grail end up here in Valencia? The Holy Grail, or chalice, was the cup used by Jesus Christ at the Last Supper. But where did it go then?
According to tradition, St. Peter took the Holy Grail to Rome after Jesus' crucifixion.
In Rome, it was used by St. Peter and the successive popes in Rome until the year 258. Pope Sixtus II commissioned St. Lawrence to take the cup out of Rome to protect it from the persecution of Emperor Valerian. So where exactly did it go after leaving Rome?
It was moved to the Pyrenees and hidden in a series of monasteries.
The town it was taken to was Huerca, as St. Lawrence's parents lived there. In 1399, it was given to King Martin I of Aragon. There are 3 letters from him that survive today, claiming the relic is real. Once in his hands, it was moved to his residence in Zaragoza. Then King Alfonso the Magnanimous moved it to his palace in Valencia in 1424. Since 1437, it has been in this cathedral, hidden and protected, until it was finally installed in the old chapter house in 1916. As well as this amazing story, the cathedral also holds incredible works of art and other relics. This is the arm bone of St. Vincent, a Spanish priest who was martyred by the Romans in Valencia in 303 AD. St. Vincent is also Valencia's patron saint. Back outside, we were keen to check out this art stall. Usually the artist will paint these tiles as you wait, but he wasn't here at this time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
We still bought a couple though. Our next stop was to be the market hall. Wandering in these back streets of the old town, we started to fall in love with Valencia and were planning yet another city break to return. There has been an open-air market on this site since 1839. In 1910, a contest to find a design for a covered market was launched, and this was the winning design. Construction began in 1914 and it was fully completed in 1928. It is now one of the largest covered markets in Europe, covering more than 8,000 square metres. We enjoyed looking at all the fresh produce on offer and quite fancied a snack. Yes, we could have gone for fruit and other such healthy things, but Valencia has a sweet snack unique to the city. Meet the humble farton, a kind of spongy sweet snack. Are you enjoying yours, Wills? Good lad, Rach?
We've picked up a couple of fartons. Now, don't pass judgment on the name, because in our house, a farton with Wills could be something very, very different. Let's give it a go.
Is it good? And it tastes like
Bread.
Excellent food review, Rach. Now let's just wander through the seafood area of the market and then make our way outside to try a slightly more in-depth review of your recent farton.
Well, I enjoyed my first farton. It was a bit dry, but there's a milky drink. I can't remember the name of it. You're supposed to have with it to dunk it in. But milky drinks, no thank you.
That'll be horchata or chata, a drink made of tiger nuts and is served cold. We'll have a cold one of these instead if that's okay. Wills? This was a Lebanese cafe, so we also had some hummus and flatbread and some very tasty falafels. Delicious! Yes, so delicious the pigeon finished our meal. Our port time today was only until 3:30 p.m, so it was time to wander back through the old streets. Valencia, you've been a dream. We'll certainly be back. Catching the bus back was easy and pleasant. The amount of people they packed onto the bus, though, wasn't so pleasant. I'm still smiling, though. Then it was follow the blue line, onto the port shuttle bus.
And we're back.
And that had been a really lovely visit. But what now, Wills?
We're on the radio.
We went that possibly it was going to be too big for us. We went up onto deck and...
We're still on the radio.
This interview for Travel Radio was all about our Iona experiences. Go on, Wills.
We're still on the radio. We've just finished listening to our radio interview here on deck. Just want to say a big thanks to Mike Parker of Travel Radio. It was great, thank you, and hope you enjoyed the vlogs.
Then it was time to set sail once again. Adios, Spain. We've really enjoyed the last two ports. Uh-oh, those crazy Italians are on the deck games again, with a bit of shuffleboard today. We watched a bit of Travel Beans as we got ready for the evening.
And we've escaped our...
Costa Cruises aren't for everyone, but we like them, and so does Willie Nelson. Evening, Willie! A quick pre-dinner drink, and then the dining room doors opened and in we went. We were on early set seating, which is 7 p.m. Having fun? Starters were a cheese pancake and pasta and cheese penne. And talking of cheese, it seems that one day a week the waiting staff burst into song. There's a cheeky conga line around the dining room, followed by what can only be described as the cantate crew. It was completely bonkers, but lots of fun. Check out the faces of these bemused Brits. Yes, you'll not find this on any P&O ship. And for the grand finale, we all had a sing. amazing. Then, after yet more pasta and dessert, it was sunset time, and this sunset was the best of the week. We, of course, did our after-dinner mile. How's today going, Wills?
It's a bit windy!
Suck it up, Buttercup. It's also very beautiful. We don't think we could ever get tired of these views. Where to now? We took a stroll through the casino, had a look down onto the atrium, but it was a bit party for us. You keep on dancing, kids. We're off to the theatre. Tonight was a Freddie Mercury tribute. OK, he didn't look like Freddie, and he didn't sound like Freddie, but he could certainly hit all the notes and pretty much sang Queen's greatest hits, which is no mean feat. He was a great entertainer, and we enjoyed the show. Well done, that man. We had a quiet drink in VMVN, which always seems to be empty. Yes, Rick's and VMVN are definitely our two favourite bars. Tonight, there was a stargazing event up on deck. You were encouraged to download a stargazing app. Then the captain turned out all the lights, and a sea of stars opened up above us. There was a helpful film telling you where to look and how to identify the different constellations. It was a lovely evening, made even lovelier by a bit of Generation Explorers before bed.
But we'll put some pictures up later in the video of what it looks like.
Do check them out. Now, are you awake yet?
Morning! We're sailing into Marseille.
Bonjour, ça va? It's country 3 of the week, La Belle France. Let us manger some petit déjeuner to start the day. And that, folks, is pretty much the extent of my French. Oh my God, they're dancing again. Slow down, folks. You're on your holidays. We then went and walked our obligatory mile. It was very quiet up on deck today. I think they were all poolside dancing. As the water slide wasn't open, we went to try our hand at the music quiz once again. We're determined to beat 7 out of 10.
We're doing the quiz again. Stuck on number 1 already. Go!
As it turns out, we were also stuck on numbers 3, 5, 6, 7 and 9.
We think we might have 2.
We're not even going to hand it in, it's embarrassing.
3 out of 10 bad times. Next, we attended our disembarkation meeting, as we were leaving in 2 days' time. Where has the week gone? At this meeting, we met some crew and then received all of our disembarkation instructions for Civitavecchia. Remember, everything starts with a label.
To fill it out with your name and surname, your cabin number and your mobile phone number. So in case we need to reach you for some reason regarding your luggage, we have a means to contact you.
Thanks, Maria. We then stuck our heads into the Archipelago restaurant. This is supposed to be the foodies restaurant and very exclusive. Needless to say, we didn't try it. It did look nice though. Our port time today was 1 p.m. until 7 p.m, so we went out onto deck and took time out for a little reflection of the week so far. Take it away, kids.
We're on a lovely empty deck and we thought, let's just sit down
And have a chat.
A little chat. Here we are on a full ship because we're at sea still, just about. Empty deck, little place for us.
A few
just to
thousand
sit
people on
down.
this ship and it's virtually empty here.
In places. And sailing into Marseille, it's absolutely idyllic, blue skies, and we're just feeling
It's
really
lovely and warm.
Feeling really lucky.
Quite refreshed.
Yeah, I feel really lucky today just to be able to do this. And whatever people say about Costa Cruises, we're having a great time.
We're having the best time ever. I'm going to give them a 10 on my rating card.
Yeah, we've had our little debarkation talks this morning about what happens when we get off. I can't believe the week's nearly over.
I know.
It's absolutely flown by. But yeah.
We've still got 2 days though.
Yeah, loving it.
We'll have a wander around Marseille today. We're going to
Yeah.
Monte Carlo tomorrow.
Yeah. Today we haven't got any plans at all. I think we're going to get a free shuttle bus down to the old port and just mosey and see what we come across, which is just a nice thing to do sometimes in port. We always have so many plans and we must do this, we must do this, we must do this. That's what we've learned this time. Don't try to do everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, really don't try to do everything. So we will sign off for now and we'll see you soon.
It was great to see the full sailing. We tried our second poolside buffet of the week, but again found the food lukewarm, our only negative of the food on board. So, we had chips and hot dog instead. From your cruise berth, you can catch a taxi into town or pay for a bus. we decided to walk to the port entrance where there's a free shuttle bus. It's very easy to navigate and it's about 1 kilometre away.
We're following the green line to the free shuttle bus.
Yes, just follow the green line. We waited about 20 minutes for a bus as we just missed one. It was jam-packed and getting off was a nightmare with people trying to get on the bus without letting people off. But we were in Marseille. Rach?
Now, I don't know if we were just unlucky, but that free shuttle was hideous. There was probably 4 times too many people in it. When it came, there was no kind of get on in line. Everyone just pushed, thought maybe we were unlucky. We got here, as we were trying to get off, or other people were trying to get on, people were throwing their children underneath the crowd to try and get them on the bus. It wasn't very pleasant so far, so we're thinking a taxi back, but we're going to go and try and find the cathedral. Come with us.
We followed the sea further away from the port, climbed up a few steps, and before we knew it, we'd found Cathédrale la Major, or Marseille's Cathedral. It's a pretty impressive building. It's a Roman Catholic cathedral and a national monument of France. Part of this cathedral still remains from the 12th century, and the rest of it was built in the 19th century. Let's take a look. Today we lit a candle for my parents and Will's mum. Burn bright in France, guys, and enjoy Marseille. With a capacity of 3,000 seats, this is one of the largest cathedrals in France, covering a total of 7,680 square metres. It's very imposing and grand, but give us dark and gothic any day. But at least Will's found Christmas, so he was happy. Back outside, we looked at this huge building in all its glory and then headed over the road towards the museums. Even though none of the museums took our fancy, it was a great place to see the walls surrounding the city. Our next stop was to be the Old Port. We picked up a map from a stand where the bus had dropped us off. Apple Maps claimed it was a 30-minute walk. As Will says, we'll do it in 20. And we would have done too, had we not stopped for a beer. Cheers! We looked across to Marseille's own Notre Dame Basilica. We could have grabbed a noddy train to visit this, but today was all about seeing where our feet led us. They were setting up for a concert outside the City Hall, which would have been fun to see. Marseille has always been a place that hasn't really ever been on our list to visit. I've read about it in books and have read that it's industrial and overcrowded, but what we saw this day has bumped Marseille up to the top of the must come back to visit list. We could easily do a 3 or 4 night stay here. There is so much to see. We'd love to take a boat trip out to the Friul archipelago and the Calonca National Park. We did enjoy playing in the reflections of this covered area. Hiya! What a beautiful place. Marseille is the gateway to Provence, and Provence is famous for its many lavender fields, another place we'll visit on our now planned city break. Luckily, we found this market, and lavender was purchased as gifts to take home for family and friends. There was time for a little more moseying through the market, a look at some impressive buildings, and a quick peek inside the Church of St. Feriol. Marseille, you've been fantastic. Now, is it horrendous shuttle bus back to the ship or taxi? Yes, we went with taxi. Not free, but a darn sight more comfortable. And our driver dropped us off right outside the terminal. Au revoir, Marseille. Jusqu'à la prochaine fois. After a quick scrub up, it was dinner again. Tonight it's all the peas, pasta and potatoes and prawns. Then roast beef all around, followed by chocolate mousse cake. Then a trip up on deck to watch the sunset and walk a mile. Yes, we know. Now what's going on around the ship tonight? Is anything happening? What's in the air? There's something in the air. Ah, an ABBA party in the Rhapsody Lounge. No thanks, let's try the Around the Clock bar. We had no idea what this game was, and after watching it, we were still none the wiser. Right, off to the theatre to check out tonight's production show, music. Evening, Tej and Roo. Let's all enjoy the show. It was a loose theme, but there was something for everyone in this show. Another great show, chaps.
Costa Pacifica Singers and Dancers!
We really enjoyed that, so let's grab a drink and scoot back to the cabin, because can you believe
That's the end of our third diary vlog. I can't believe there's only one left to go. This week is just whizzing by. It's nearly the end of our cruise. So, Valencia and Marseille. Did you have a favourite?
Oh, I loved them both. Valencia was the one I was looking forward to because I really wanted to see the Holy Grail. Because I'm Indiana Jones.
No, you're not. Yeah, but that was cool, wasn't it?
It was really cool.
Yeah.
And again, we didn't quite have enough time to look at all the places, but we have to accept that you pick one or two locations. In this case, we did the cathedral and the market.
Yeah,
the food market. Another little look around as well, and we will be back.
Yeah, and then, but I do think, well, for me, and I think you as well, Marseille was the standout.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, really was one of the ports I was like, whatever, don't care. We got down, well, the bus ride in was horrendous,
yeah, it was
as
horrible.
you saw, that was vile, so we weren't liking Marseille. Once we got to that old port bit, sat and had a drink, and then started to wander.
Walking around the harbour.
Oh man,
it was amazing.
Beautiful. We could see the Notre Dame up top. We looked at our map. There was so much we could have done.
And I think out of all of the places, that one's on top of the list of places to visit.
Go back to. I think we need a 3 or even 4 day break in Marseille to see. There's boat rides out to the island. There's a Napoleonic palace, I believe our taxi driver told us. There's so much to see. So much to see. And of course, we are still loving the Costa Pacifica.
Pacifica.
Yeah.
And we've seen a couple of shows, haven't we?
We have seen a couple of shows. I can't remember what we've seen since the last one. What did we watch last night?
I don't know. We've remembered it was Bohemian Rhapsody and music, or Musica or something
like a Freddie Mercury / Queen tribute, he could
sing.
sing.
It was good. Yeah, it was very good.
Hit all his notes.
Put a good set of pipes on him.
He did. And then Musica by the show team, music through the ages.
Yeah, dance and music through the ages. Very good show. Enjoyed it.
Something for everybody. We are still loving Costa Cruises.
You know what? It's been brilliant. It's absolutely been fantastic. I love it.
We definitely sell Costa again in a
million
heartbeat.
times over. Yeah, absolutely.
But right now it's time to wrap this up.
Okie dokie. Well, if you'd hit that like button, do the subscribe thing, all of that. We've got a Patreon.
Leave us a comment.
Leave us a comment. Have you been on Costa? Would you go on Costa? Have you heard the horror stories about Costa?
Have you been to Valencia or Marseille?
Have we changed your mind?
Yeah, who knows?
All of those questions.
All of those things. Last thing to say, as we say,
in Postcard and the Pint, cheers to the good times. How many D's are there in Indiana Jones?
1?
No, 32.
Huh?
Da 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 da.